Hi, welcome back. Today's project is called Focus on the Prize, and it's a bit like a game where you've got to find the box that's got a diamond in. And I've got a little challenge for you to think about at the end on how you can make an improvement to the game so that nobody wins. Is that too mean? Okay, let's get going. So, as per normal, we go to Raspberry Pi projects. Go to the Code Club section. Looking after yourself, and focus on the prizes, the last one in this group of 6. And here's a sampler program you're going to make. Keep an eye on where the diamond is. Left hand box. Right, I think it's in that one. So that's what we're going to make. We're going to make a game where you've got to find the diamond. Right then. What do you need? Obviously you need Scratch, online or offline. I'll be using online today. What are you going to learn? You're going to learn how to use broadcasting to communicate and control the way the game moves. We're going to add some code in to detect when sprites are touching each other or touching the edge. And we're going to use a couple of Boolean operators and not. All right, onwards and upwards. Click on here for add new project. So this project hasn't got a template one to start with, so this is just basic Scratch. So there's no remixing needed. So let's give it a name. Focus on the box prize. Version 1. Come back to our instructions. All right, so let's set our desktop up. Windows right arrow, Windows left arrow, squidge them together. And away we go. First thing to do is get rid of the cat, press the dustbin. Then we're going to go and get the gift sprite from the library. So we're going to scroll down here to find the gift box, or we just search on the top here, gift. Click on it, and that adds the sprite to our stage. We want to change the size to 150. We can either do it by clicking in here, 150, or you could go to the looks block and set the size. There's a block here that says set size to 150. You could just use that, and you don't even have to drag it onto the desktop. You could change it in there, but let's say 200 in there. Makes it really big, so you can just use it where it is on this in the list of box of sprites, and that's automatically updated the value in there. So they're kind of linked together. Let's have a look at the costumes we've got. We've got one different color. Okay, we're going to add the crystal costume to this sprite. So I do a search for crystal. We want crystal A. So this is how our box is going to change from showing the box to showing the sprite by changing its costume. So let's create the code now for when the game starts. So when the green flag is clicked, we want our box to switch to gift A. So that's under looks. Switch costume to gift A. Pop that on there. Wait 1 second, and wait is under control. I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to duplicate it again because I know I'm going to need it in a minute. I think I need that in a minute. Just going to park that there. So switch to gift A. Switch to costume crystal A. Wait 2 seconds. Switch back to gift A. So if I click this block now, we get to see where our crystal is, and we can either click that block or we can click the green flag at the top. Now we're going to make our box move around. So the first thing we're going to do is give it its start position. So under motion, we want our box to start at -150, -150, 0. Remember that 0, 0 is slap bang in the middle, so minus X numbers are to the left, and the stage is 280 wide, so it's going to put the box around about here. Let's just see what happens. So that's us set the gift box up to start at the same position each time. Now the way we're going to use a broadcast message so that we can get all our boxes to move at the same time. So come down to control. No, come down to event. You want to broadcast a message and wait. And the message we're going to give it is we're going to broadcast move. Right, but before we do that, we need to pop that wait 1 second on the end there so we get a chance to just see where the boxes are. So our code looks as the same as theirs. So now we can make it so that when this box receives the message move, so when I receive message move, I want a repeat loop under control, repeat 10 times, motion glide 1 second to a random position. Right, so I'll just click on that block there. I can just test my gift sprite bouncing around the page. Save your project, on to the next page. We're now going to add another gift sprite, but this is an empty box. So come down to the choose a sprite box, search for gift again, and do exactly the same. We need its size to be 150. We want it to start slap bang in the middle of the screen, so when the green flag is clicked, we just want it to go to 0, 0, go to 0, 0. Let's just test that works. So that's the box in the starting position, and we want the same block we did for the gift 1, or the gift, about moving to a random position. So let's save ourselves some time and let's grab hold of that one, come down below, and just when it hovers on gift 2, the tile shakes, let go. When I go to gift 2 now, it's there on the screen. What's that mark behind? Oh, that was the start of it we made when we just did that. Okay, so if you've got a page with stuff like that, if you do a right click and clean up blocks, then they'll automatically make it so all the blocks are visible. Let's test that. So we should have 2 blocks that start off side by side. One will show itself as a diamond, and they both start bouncing for 10 moves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they both seem to be behaving in a way that we want. Imagine we wanted to do some tinkering with the speed of our boxes. We'd have to change this number 1 here and this number 1 here. So we're going to replace those with a variable called speed. So create a variable called speed. That's okay. And let's pop that into that one. Do the same on the other one. Come back to the gift one, and at the moment speed is set to 0. So if we press the green flag now, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to sit there and go, what? So we need a block to set the variable, and we're going to code this on the first gift as part of our initialization process for it. And we're going to set my variable, the one called speed, to a value. Now if I make that a 5 and press the green flag, these boxes are going to go very slowly and you'll be waiting forever. So let's stop that. If I change that to 0.05 and press the green flag. Oh my goodness. Which one's got the diamond in then? No idea. We haven't coded that yet, have we? But that's too fast. Let's change that to be 0.5. Okay, I think that's all right. You might think you'd want something different, but I'm going to leave mine at 0.5 for now. You can find a speed that you like for yourself. So we're now going to save our project. And we're now going to add some text on it for when the boxes are clicked. So making sure I've got the right box clicked, so selected. If I press the sprite icon down here, you can see that we get a little square shadow comes around this box here, this one. So that's box number, that's the one that's got the diamond in it. So come to the costumes, let's just check that. So yes, so we've got a diamond in that costume. So we want to say when this sprite is clicked, say yes, show the crystal, and that's job done. So when this sprite is clicked, say yes. Yep, I have crystal. Switch costume to crystal A. Okay, so that's pretty good. I like that. We want a similar sort of thing on the other box, but we want to say no, it's not here. So when this sprite is clicked, not here, try again. And oh, it says wrong words. Because we've got another step afterwards, we need to put change that to 1 second. So if I want to copy these words into that one, if I double click in there, it highlights all the words, and I can do Control C to copy, double click in there and do Control V to paste, and then just jog that. So that was Control C and Control V to copy and paste. So say when this sprite's clicked, say no, and then we want it to hide. So when I click on this box, doing, no, not here, try again, and it's gone. Now there's a problem now, isn't there? Because our boxes are all gone. If I press the green flag now, box number 2 is still hidden. So we need to change the initialization routine for gift box number 2. So once it's gone to the middle, it needs to make itself visible by putting a show on. Whoops! By putting a show on there. Right, so that's good. So that box has come back now into the middle. Now, if I press the green flag now, there's another little problem we've got to sort out. So I could just click on here and say, yes, I found it, or no, it's not here, which is kind of like cheating, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another variable called finished, and finished is going to be a bit like a trigger to make the game playable. So we're going to create this variable called finished. Okay. And initially we're going to set finished to false. And once the game has started, once all the movement has taken place, once all the movement has taken place, we then want to set finished to true. Then we need to add some extra code to our when this sprite is clicked. So if I just press this, if I press the go button on here now, it still works. You can still cheat because we haven't done anything like coding when the sprite is clicked. So I just drag that down there, and we want to bring an if-then loop. So it's if-then, and we want to check to make sure that finished is equal to true. So it's an operator with the equal sign, and the variable is called finished is equal to true. Right, so now when I press the green flag, when I click on the one with the crystal in it, it doesn't work. It will still work on the other one because I haven't coded for that one yet. But that's a way of using this finished variable to make sure this block of code under when the sprite is clicked only works after finished is set to true. And we're going to add the same if statement to GIF number 2. So let's just drag that code there down to GIF number 2. Come to GIF number 2. Just drag that away a moment. And yeah, so we need to drag the innards out of that one because that doesn't apply to this one. Copy the no not there from there. And then get rid of that. So now clicking on either box doesn't allow us to play the game until they've stopped moving. Okay, so now next thing is to save our game. So we're going to add some extra code now to make sure, some extra functionality on our game to make sure that when they've stopped moving, we're going to do a little test to make sure the boxes aren't touching each other or they're not touching the edge. And we're going to use a Boolean operator for that. So on the end of our when I receive block, let's just go back to our first one first of all. When I receive set speed second to set glide x speed seconds to random position, we want a repeat loop in here. So repeat until, and we want to say we can do a test by using colors. So we can say if the colors of the box, just start there. So we want it so that if this box is touching this color, it's going to do some more bouncing. And later on we'll add another one that says if this box is touching the edge, do some more bouncing. So we want to go and get the not. So we're going to test for not touching a color. So I build my block up that's going to go in here. I can click on this color picker in here. I'm going to use the pipette picker here, and I'm just going to go and select the color in the middle of this parcel here, and that saves me having to copy the colors down. So now if I pop that in there, we're now going to do a test to make sure it's not touching a color. They've gone for the color of the ribbon. All right, well, let's do that. So click on there, click on the pipette, click on the color of the ribbon, I guess that's more of an overlap on the boxes, so yeah, that's fine. And then we then wanted to do another bounce, glide to another position. So I copy that block out of there, pop that in there, and then add that onto there. So now, it may or may not work this time around. It depends on where they end up. If the two boxes are touching each other, no, they're not. Try one more time. We're going to add a third box in a minute, and it'll be a bit more obvious then. I don't know if that happened then, but if the boxes are touching each other, they would separate. They would do another bounce. We also want to do a test to make sure it's not touching the edge. So we're just going to build up our repeat condition in here using our Boolean operator not. We're going to add another one in called and. So just park that down there. Well, let's stick that one in there. And another not in there. And under our sensing, we're looking for touching edge. This looks big, doesn't it? I'll tell you what this says in a minute. Right, so this block of code, this block here, we've built up with 3 Boolean operators. We've got the not operator, another not operator, and an and operator. So this is saying, keep going until I'm not touching the ribbon color, and I'm also not touching the edge of the screen. So the flip side of that is saying, if I am touching the ribbon and the edge, then I want you to do another bounce to go to a different position. So that block there gets slid into there. We now need to add that code to our gift box. So I'm just going to grab hold of that and pop that down to gift 2 and let go. Let's just bring that down the bottom here. Okay, so all I need to do then is I just need to remove that one. Okay, let's do a little test. So they're both testing to make sure they're not touching each other or touching the edge. Let's duplicate. Let's go on to the next part of the instructions, and let's do right-click duplicate. If I press the green flag now, oh, what's happened now? Okay, so what's happened now is that gift number 3 is gift number 3 on the screen. Well, gift number 3 is where the box is highlighted. Gift number 2 is there as well. Ah, right. So when I duplicated the gift box, I also duplicated the start position code. So gift 2 starts off at 0, 0, the origin. Gift 3 starts off at 0, 0 as well. So I need to change gift 3 to start at 150, 0, 150, 0. So now I press the green flag. We've got 3 boxes on the screen now, whizzing around like nobody's business. I'm just going to press it one more time because I want to see this touching another box working, or the edge. Okay, so that happened a good couple of times there. So first of all, these two was touching each other, then they bounced apart, and then they touched the edge, and they did another bounce. So that was, I can see that that's working. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add a distraction, and they're telling us to add Daffy the Duck. So let's come over to here. You could actually add anything you like onto here. You don't have to follow the instructions exactly, just so long as you follow the principles of what we're trying to show you. So with that in mind, I'm going to pick up butterfly number 2. And it's probably a little bit big for what I need it for, so I'm going to make that to 75 in size. And the first thing to do is to program it for when the green flag is clicked. So when the green flag is clicked, we want this sprite to be hidden, and we want it to stay on the front layer of the screen. So that means it will fly over the top of the boxes rather than behind the boxes. And then we're going to tell it to wait 4 seconds, which gives the boxes time to do their starting dance. We're now going to build up a process for making the butterfly fly across our screen. So we want to start with taking a repeat until, and the repeat until is going to be finished equals true. So that's an operator equals the variable finished true. Pop that in there. And we're going to use another operator here called random, picking a random number. So we're going to pick a random number between 1 and 5 seconds, so that our butterfly appears between 1 and 5 seconds after the boxes have started moving. And we want a wait. So wait X number of seconds. And then we're going to have a start position, then it's going to make itself visible, then it's going to glide to another position, then it's going to hide. I could bring these blocks in and type the numbers in manually, but I'm going to make this a bit more personal. So if I grab hold of my butterfly and I move it to a start position down there, in the boxes here you can see that the position of where the butterfly is at the moment is -250, -162. Well, that's close enough to the numbers we've got down here. But if I go to motion, those numbers there have already been copied into the go-to block, so I don't need to do any typing. I just pop that in there. So go to -250, -62, and then under looks, make yourself visible, so show. I'm going to do the same thing here. I want my butterfly to whiz up to the top of the screen there. Now if I go back to motion, glide to, now has the new position, the X and Y coordinates of that position there. And then we want looks to be, we want it to hide. And let's test that, shall we? Here it comes. Okay, which one's got the diamond in? Who was watching to see which box has got the diamond in? I have no idea. I could cheat and I could click on here and then it would show me which one had the box in. But let's just pick that one. Okay, that was a good guess. Entirely fluke. Okay, so the next one is adding more chance for you to add more distractions in. So think of ways you can make the game harder and try and create your own version of the game that maybe has different colored boxes. Make the box go faster. We could add another butterfly in, so I do a duplicate that one. I'm just doing something as simple as that. So now I'll have 2 butterflies on there. Let's make butterfly number 2 start somewhere slightly different. If I want to make it visible so I can do some coding, I just press the make it visible button there. And let's say I'm going to make this one start up there. The numbers on here, because I already selected them, don't change, but the numbers in here will change. So if I go to -234 and then 95 for the number that's in there as a start position, and then the end position can come down here. Just taking off the edge of the page a bit. Go to 230 -165. And how about we make this one a little bit bigger as well, shall we? Let's make that 105. Okay, press the start button. Keep your eye on the box. Which one's it in? Oh, I have no idea. So the good position at the end there. Those boxes kept moving until they were separated. Is it that one? Nope. So it disappears. Is it that one? Nope. Well, I reckon it's in this one. Hope you got that right. Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing your exercises for making that really difficult. See what you can do. And my secret challenge to you, and I should do my own version of this, is see if you can make it so that somebody can't win. So that means thinking about the way the costumes are presented, and so that you'll never get the first win, but the first box you selected won't be the one that has the crystal in. You need to think deviously. Okay, see you next time.